Welcome back, trainers. So we have some PvP footage that we're going to be taking a look at that Niantic has presented to us. So as you can see here, there is the leagues and they have their teams set up. And it looks like you're going to actually be able to have multiple teams set up for each league, just so you're more prepared depending on the trainer that you're going up against. So to engage in a battle, you're going to pull up your QR just like this. The other trainer is going to scan it, much like the friend requests, and then you will engage in that battle. Keep in mind, if you are best or ultra friends, you're not going to have to do this process, I'm pretty sure, because you're going to be able to battle each other at any distances with your best and ultra friends. So keep that in mind. That is going to be a fantastic feature if you're going to be able to just sit at home and battle a best or ultra friend. Ultra is even, that's good because that opens the door for so much more trainers, because not a lot of people have a lot of best friends. I know there's some out there who have quite a few, but that's another great feature. So here we go into the battle. Let's take a look here. We have Ampharos versus Togekiss. All right. So not looking good for Togekiss right off the bat. Now, check it out. Togekiss is going to use its charge move right now. Ampharos does have the opportunity to block, so you have about 3 seconds there. It chose not to. And you're not going to want to block every single charge move that's going to come at you because, well, you're only going to have 2 shields. You have to use those very wisely. And also take note that the charge bars are not going up at the same rate. And check it out. You're going to tap the screen as fast as you can once your charge move is ready to increase the damage performed onto the opponent. So there you go. The faster you tap that screen to charge it up, the stronger it's going to be. Alrighty, so in goes the Torterra. So like I said earlier, the charge moves at the bottom, you're going to have 2 of those now once you have purchased your other one with Stardust. They're not going to be going up equally. As you can see, the Thunder is going up faster. So keep in mind, if you have a 2 charge bar move, that is going to go up even faster. We're going to look at that after this. And the Ampharos chose to use its shield in that 3-second time period, making it safe from that earthquake, which would have been super effective. And it was just showing you it as an example. Personally, I would have probably took the hit and saved my shield for Infernape here. So the trainer on the opposite end with the Torterra is switching into Espeon. And now let's talk about switching. There is going to be a 60-second cooldown to keep in mind. So you're not going to be able to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So that is fantastic. Now I want you to pay attention on how fast that Flamethrower is going to go up. And that Espeon did block that move compared to that Solar Beam. So Espeon is about to use its charge move, and Infernape is choosing to block it, which is a good idea. It would have been super effective there. So look how fast Flamethrower is going up compared to Solar Beam. So take note, trainers, those 2 charge bar moves are going to be going up much faster and getting off much more damage quicker. And it's going to kind of force your opponent to use their shields more often. So that's another strategy to use to your advantage already. All right, so let's see what happens with this battle here. Flamethrower charging up extremely fast once again, and look at that beautiful combination with Flamethrower and then Solar Beam. That's exactly the kind of strategy you're going to want to go into battle with. Say they pull out their water type Pokemon like we've discussed many times, you're going to be ready with that counter. You're going to hit them with that Solar Beam, and now we know you cannot dodge, so you're either going to have to use it or not. So that is fantastic news to know, because if they can't dodge your Solar Beam, they're going to have to use a block, which is kind of forcing them. So if you have a Pokemon that you know that is going to be able to dominate afterwards, you kind of force them to use your shield, and then you go in there and just smash, and they have no more shields left. And wow, it is going to be good times, trainers. So just wanted to bring you this footage right here so you have a better understanding. You're only going to have 2 shields, so you have to use them wisely. And you're going to have to purchase your second charge move. You're only going to have 1 quick move as well. Alrighty, trainers, so let's go ahead and take a look at a few different options here. Now, we're not going to get too deep, but we're going to discuss some strategy because we've been over this many times if you are a normal watcher here. So the best example that I can give right now, I'm just going to go straight to Ninetales here. So you're going to have that Fire Spin. So if you have a grass type out there, you're going to be doing super effective damage with that quick move Fire Spin, right? And then if they bring in a water type, say to try to counter you, you have that Solar Beam ready to go. It's those counters that you just need to have prepared because, well, they're going to make it or break it for you in some situations. Now, this is another silly one here, but we have another fire Pokemon with the Solar Beam. And also you can have Infernape, as we've seen in that video, that can learn it as well. And then other random combinations here. So pretend a Lapras came out into battle, right? Trying to counter your Latios here. What you would want to do is obviously charge up that Solar Beam and bam, super effective damage to that Lapras there, or whatever water ice type that you're going up against that was threatening your dragon there. Alright, so we are on the Go Hub, and we're going to take a look at some more examples as how you can prepare or actually think about more of the moves that you want to have when the PvP is released and you're able to get that secondary charge move, okay? So Lucario is a great example here, fighting type and steel, so it's going to be a good option to go up against Blissey's or any other thing that's going to threaten it because it's steel. It's not taking super effective damage from psychics. Now, say your opponent tries to counter your Lucario with a Gengar. You have a poison and ghost type, 4 times resistant, and that's not going to be too much damage whatsoever. You're going to have counter probably and close combat. Both of those not very effective. Now, if you do have a secondary charge move on Lucario, which is going to be Shadow Ball, you have that option, you're going to be dealing super effective damage. All of a sudden, you have great coverage to the thing that you are most afraid of. So, there you go. There we go, trainers. That is Lucario for you. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at a few other examples here. Alrighty, and speaking of Gengar, let's go ahead and take a look at it because this is going to be a great option as well. You know, it is a glass cannon, but it has great moves. So we have for its legacies, Shadow Claw, and then for its charge moves, Sludge Wave and Dark Pulse. So if you have those, make sure you hold on to them. Sludge Wave is going to be a 1 charge bar move. Honestly, Sludge Bomb is going to be better, in my personal opinion. Alright, so say you are an all ghost attacking Gengar with, say, I don't know, Lick or Shadow Claw and or Hex, and then with Shadow Ball. Now you have an option to go with Psychic, but the thing is you're probably going to already have to have Psychic, and you're going to be able to purchase the current available movesets that are on that Pokemon. You can't, you know, go Legacy or go Community Day move. You're going to have to pick either Focus Blast, Sludge Bomb, or Shadow Ball if you've already had Psychic on your Gengar, okay, when you purchase your secondary move. If you're unaware, yes, we're going to be able to purchase another charge move to go onto our Pokemon. So you're going to be able to have some more coverage and more moves to use. As far as can we use them outside of player versus player PvP, I'm not too sure. We'll just have to wait and see. I would think you should be able to, seeing that this is a new feature introduced into the game, but who knows. Anyways, so let's go ahead and talk about coverage. Say you do have a Psychic Gengar currently. I was talking about this for a while, folks. It's going to be a great option because if they're trying to counter you with a Machamp, remember that 60-second cooldown, they're not going to be able to switch right away. So if you go into a Gengar, bam, they're stuck with that Machamp doing 4 times not very effective damage. And if you get that Psychic up before they're able to switch back out, you're going to do a lot of damage if they still do not have any shields or if they use them or whatever the situation is there, okay? Now, if you are going up against a normal type, they switch on you. You're using your ghost moves, and they think that you have only a ghost move. I don't think they would think that, but for whatever situation, at least you have coverage with Focus Blast to hit those dark types good and or normal types, which you're not going to be doing very effective damage. So this brings a whole new twist on how we're going to be playing against each other, and is actually so good because thinking about only 1 charge bar now compared to this 2 sounds so primitive. So anyways, there you have some of the Gengar options there. A very good choice here. Remember, it is going to be a glass cannon, but still a very viable option considering people are probably going to be using Machamps. And if you have a 60-second cooldown for switching and they used all their shields, Gengar is going to put Machamp in a real rough situation. Right, moving on to one of my personal favorites, Arcanine. So I'm going to choose this one because it has a crazy moveset and a night and day situation. There's many Pokemon that we can be going over about this, their coverage moves and all that. I just want to give a few examples not to make too much confusion right now. So for its legacy quick moves, we have Bite, and for its legacy charge moves, we have Flamethrower and Bulldoze. Bulldoze is going to be absolutely fantastic considering you're not going to be able to just swipe and dodge, and you're only going to have 2 opportunities to dodge. Once they've burned out those dodging opportunities, if you can hit your opponent that is doing super effective damage to you, say with a rock and ground type, because, you know, usually rock types are ground types as well, okay? So you'll have that ground type, super effective, bam. Now let's go ahead and go up to its current moves. For its quick moves, it has Snarl and Fire Fang. For its charge moves currently, Wild Charge, Fire Blast, and Crunch. Now, do you see that Wild Charge? What a fantastic option it would be if you had Wild Charge and then you had Bulldoze. 2 moves that are super effective to the Pokemon types that Arcanine is weak to. Water and rock types. I mean, that's just so great. Mixed with a Fire Fang, you have 3 different coverage types. You quick move fire, and then those wild charge in Bulldoze. Alright, so food for thought. Pokemon like this are definitely what you need to keep an eye out for. And with that said, trainers, we've been going over this for the last year and a half. So my longtime watchers, you guys are more than ready for what is to come down the pike here. So with that said, trainers, I'd like to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'm going to keep you posted like usual on all the information happening in Pokemon Go and currently surrounding the PvP. So when can we see this launching? Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Thank you for watching, trainers, and I'll be catching you all very soon. This is so exciting.